Here in Davos, the conversations go around AI, geopolitics, the climate, but as important as any of these themes is the conversion of the world to cleaner energy, the energy transition that looks at many, many factors, including growing energy requirements around the world. How is that going to happen? Who's going to pay for it? What are some of the technologies involved? Schneider Electric is very much in the front of several of these technologies, and I dare say several of these ideas as well. Gwen Huet with us. She'll be talking to us from Schneider Electric's perspective at a larger level, and Deepak heads their India operations. Deepak Sharma, thanks very much, both of you, for being with us. So I've defined what Davos this year is all about. Why do you believe energy transition needs to be a key focus going forward here in Davos and elsewhere?
Well, especially because many of our customers, industry, infrastructure, etc., they all struggle by the volatility of the energy prices, the competitiveness aspect of it, so they want to secure the energy, right? So at the end of the day, it's how to manage energy and competitiveness all together.
And as far as India is concerned, one of the biggest markets for energy, and it only seems to be growing. I don't think there are any two ways about it. What are some of Schneider Electric's ideas about India going forward from an energy standpoint?
So the India story is very promising, both for the country and for Schneider Electric. I mean, just a few lines about Schneider. India is the third biggest market for Schneider. We have almost 39,000 people, 31 factories, and we are here to help the country transition into the next phase of growth, both for energy sector. But the challenge we have is, it's always great to produce more, but if we can save and efficiently use energy, we need not put the whole burden on the generation. And Schneider's story is all about how can we save energy, do it efficiently, so a unit saved is actually a similar unit.
You got the bells tolling, that's nice.
Right, that's yeah. So all about India, I mean, it's the need of our consumption going up. I think Schneider plays an important role in making energy efficient, sustainable, to solve the increasing demand of the country, while not only putting on the supply side, but using the efficiently and sustainably on the demand side.
When one talks about industrial automation at a global level, that's linked up to some of the new state-of-the-art technologies. Where is Schneider Electric going with industrial automation?
Yes, great question. I think I want to rebound to what Deepak was saying. We see a lot of energy topics surrounded the automation. Why? Because many of our customers, they want to electrify. Electrify because it's the enabler for energy efficiency. And then when they electrify, they want also to automate. They want to have automated, more autonomous industries, and they want to digitize for that. So it's an enabler, I would say, of the three components: electrification, automation, and digitalization all together that will make them more resilient, stronger, and more competitive.
AI and your sector and Schneider Electric, is there an interface?
Well, for me, as AI, artificial intelligence is important. For me, energy intelligence is equally important, right? I mean, we can keep on producing, and this is not going to solve just producing more. I think this fundamental point comes back. First, we need to be conscious enough how do we use and how do we use efficiently. But the challenge which will also come across the ecosystem is, if you keep on producing, how do you prepare the grid stability? The grids needs to be ready to take all the feed from fossil and non-fossil. And that's why the technologies which Schneider brings about talking about grid sustainability, which is again built on data, automation of the grid, bringing that data and making it resilient, and then ensuring that the data center, for example, which is one of the powerhouse or biggest energy consumption when it comes to AI, is also built on architectures which are much more efficient. So you don't use the same level of energy because the AI will use 7 to 8 times more energy than a normal data center. So I think the equation is, how do we digitize the entire ecosystem? And this is where Schneider brings a very strong portfolio, both for supply to the grid modernization and digitization and stability, and then ensuring that we had the right solutions from end-to-end architecture for data centers.
I think Deepak makes some important points. I mean, where is the energy going to come for the massive data requirements of the future? Something that has to be seamless for the entire system or the entire grid, and all of the data gets corrupted, it breaks down. Looking into the future, what are some of the solutions that you have?
Well, good example is about intelligence, artificial intelligence, of course. IoT, how it can play a role. Today we use it for operational excellence by having predictive maintenance and all the analytics based on connected products. But the way forward is how to embark it through digital twin, through all the layers of the edge, and then the automation layer with artificial intelligence. So we developed that through energy efficiency, but more and more we will scale it. That's why we have been awarded on numbers of lighthouse from the World Economic Forum, because we do it not only for our customers, we do it at scale for our own manufacturing plant. We have more than 200 plants, so it's a good showcase that it can work, and it can work big scale.
And what about some of your solutions for India?
Well, first you have to cook your, you have to eat your own food.
Yeah.
So to the point Gwen was making earlier, our own factory in India, in Hyderabad, has been recognized at the World Economic Forum as a lighthouse factory for sustainability and efficiency. It actually got recognized twice, where we brought the, again, a sustainable lighthouse. So we have technologies available today where we can actually demonstrate how by using technology you can be efficient and sustainable. That's what we do. We have marquee projects in the country, for example, water. So Bhandup water project in Maharashtra, almost 22 million liters per day, is also automized and did full automation end-to-end by Schneider Electric. Be it Bihar distribution system, there are multiple. I'm not allowed to take all the names because
you're
of the
welcome.
customs. But what is very important to what Gwen was talking about, what we are working at Schneider is liberalizing the automation. We are talking about open automation. We don't want people to be stuck or locked in an ecosystem. I think the challenge today is to solve a problem, but we'll solve a problem by having everybody's skin in the game. And that's what we call developing the whole ecosystem, and open automation brings that differentiation from Schneider Electric, because everybody can contribute to solve the problem. And that's the signature of Schneider Electric when it comes to the few examples of writing together, solving the challenges.
Well, you've got lots of challenges, there's no doubt about that. That's just a glimpse of what Schneider Electric is thinking about. It's all about ideas, not just the technology. But what is the future going to look like? Where is the energy going to come from? What are some of the solutions at a global level and India level? It's here in Davos that several of those ideas ultimately get discussed.